Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My dad has been married to Joy for 2 years. She has 2 kids who are 7 and 5. My siblings 14 and 13 and I'm 16 live with our dad and Joy. I don't consider Joy my parent or her kids my siblings, but I'm not a jerk either, so when I went Christmas shopping I did get them gifts, but nothing like what I got my siblings. I got my sister this makeup case she's been wanting, some decals for her Switch, and I got her some packs of Animal Crossing amiibo cards. I got my brother 3 video games he's wanted for a while, and I got him a second controller for his PS5. I work PT and I saved most of my money so I could afford to do this. I got a toy for each of my step siblings. Not even really sure what they were, but not very expensive. I was wrapping them while everyone else was out. Joy came home early and saw me wrapping them, asked where the rest of the gifts were. I said that was it, and she got mad at me because she realized her kids got way less compared to my siblings and the effort was put into my siblings more. She told me I was old enough to treat them all exactly the same and to imagine how it would feel for her kids to think I don't love them the same. She complained to my dad when he got home and he asked me about it. I told him her kids don't mean the same to me as my siblings, so I got them something to be nice versus actually wanting and trying to be the big brother. Dad spoke to Joy after me and she was annoyed that I didn't see them all as equally my siblings. She questioned me on who else I bought gifts for and I told her it was none of her business. She told me I live in her house and she's the mom of the house, etc. I told her I don't have a mom and that she's not my mom and I don't owe her the information about who I spend my money on gifts for. Things are now so tense. It's been more than a week and my dad asked if I would consider spending more on Joy's kids to keep the peace. I told him I wasn't willing to do that. So dad bought some extra gifts for me to say they are from me. Joy was pissed and said I was a little jerk because I should not be getting blood family better gifts for being blood when we're all equally one family. I definitely don't think they're wrong though, because even if they did consider them actually family, the kids are so young. What does the mum want them to buy for her kids when they are literally only 5 and 7? So it makes sense that this person didn't spend a lot of money on the kids, you know? It's so funny that Joy is saying that though, because the way Joy is talking to this person doesn't feel like she considers this person her kid, you know? She's just mad that he didn't buy gifts that were expensive for her own kids. Like, buy your own kids gifts then, you know? Make them happy yourself then, you're their mum. Jeez. And it definitely takes time for someone to actually feel like their step siblings are their own siblings. Do you know what I mean? You just can't force something like this on a kid. You can't be like, okay, you know, now I'm getting married and this is your new mum and your new siblings, so you better treat her like your mum and your siblings. No. They don't deserve that yet. They need to do something. They need to gain your trust and do something to make them deserving of that title. And this person is only 16. It's not like they're an adult. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not even making a lot of money. The fact that Joy wants them to buy something expensive for her own kids is a red flag. Like, Joy, the parent, the real adult, is forcing a kid to buy her own kids expensive gifts. Nah. If Joy acted like this, yeah, I wouldn't consider her my mother either. You know? No thank you. A real mum will be understanding. Joy is not understanding at all. I have a friend who has never had a girlfriend or romantic experience. Now, let me say that I actually really like him as a person and think he has positive qualities. He has a solid job making $180K with a company car as a surgical device sales rep at 22. He is genuinely easy to talk to. If his standards were just educated and good person, I would totally support it as I think that's reasonable. However, physically, and I know I'm being brutal here, he is not a catch. He already has a significantly receded hairline. His face is quite frankly below average. He's of below average height and he's not amazing in shape. I believe he has a distorted view because his parents constantly told him he was very handsome and could get any girl. As a result, he is exclusively interested in women who are not just successful but are also exceptionally gorgeous. A woman who said she just graduated from an Ivy League and was a tech sales rep was flirting with him at a bar. Though she was nice and clearly quite intelligent, and again, I know I'm being brutal here, she was not very attractive. When she asked for his number, he politely declined. I asked him what was wrong and he said, I mean, she seems like a nice person, but she's definitely not in my league. I bit my tongue. The next week, he came to me upset and told me that a woman that he had a cooking class with rejected him. Suspecting the reason why, I asked him to show me a picture of her from her social media. Sure enough, she was insanely attractive and in marketing at a big company. I just tried to sympathize. Later, I thought long and hard about it. On the one hand, I didn't want to be mean, but on the other, this has been occurring since freshman year of high school. He is now the last person in the friend group to be single and completely missed out on dating in high school and college. Say what you will, but I think that romance is important for the vast majority of people. And I also think physical attraction is a foundational aspect of relationships unless you're both ace. He could easily be in a relationship if he got over his obsession with beauty. So after rehearsing what I wanted to say, I decided to sit him down and I told him, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think you should lower your physical standards. You would have way more options. He protested and said that his standards were reasonable because he's a good-looking guy. I said, I hate to say it, but your approach of only going after beautiful and successful women has not worked out. Feel free to shoot your shot, but I think you should also consider women that are nice and smart, but less physically attractive. I recommended he go to therapy about this. He got angry and has been giving me the cold shoulder ever since. Am I wrong? Wow. The fact that he actually sat his friend down and was like, you should lower your standards because you yourself are not the standard. But, dude, I think, okay, oh my gosh. I don't think this person was wrong though. Do you know why? Because he was trying to look out for his friend. He was trying to be a good friend, to be an honest friend, so his friend can actually start dating people. It's just like the type of friend where when you have something on your teeth, they will tell you you have something on your teeth. And that's not them being rude, that's just them looking after you, taking care of you, so you don't get laughed at by other people. This is what I feel like the friend is trying to tell him. You know, so I don't think he's wrong for doing that. And I think he did it in a very nice way. He didn't say, look man, you're not attractive, so go for the unattractive people. He didn't say that. He was just like, you know, you would have more options if you go for less physically attractive women. I don't even know. What would you guys do? Let's just say you guys have a friend like this, right? And then you see them rejecting every single person because they think that person is just not up to their level. And then they keep getting rejected by women or men that are just way more physically attractive. And you see this cycle happening. What would you guys do? Would you guys just not care? Just not tell him? Or would you guys like actually tell him and be like, you know, just give the other people a chance? I think I would do that. I think I would be like, why don't you give them a chance? I think I would do what he did too. You know, if I wanted my friend to not keep on getting rejected by people. Because to be fair, it does feel like his friend just became a bit delusional after his parents kept telling him that he was like the best looking person ever, so he can only end up with the best looking person and he's rejecting everyone else. Alright, moving on. I married my wife, who we called Danny, about a year ago, and we were very lucky to get pregnant soon after. Danny is in her 3rd trimester now and on pregnancy leave. Once we got the good news, I started working extra hours in order to save more money for when the baby gets here. This means that I have to get up extra early every morning to get to work. I try to be out the door by 6 a.m. I get home a little later and I'm usually pretty beat, but I still contribute to the house by doing dishes, cleaning up after the cat because she can't, that kind of stuff. This new routine has been hard on both of us, but we've made it work and so far everything has been fine. That is, until the other day, when I wake up to Danny crying. We only have one bathroom, which is downstairs, and lately Danny has been having a little more trouble going up and down the stairs. This usually went fine, but this time she didn't make it. So when I came downstairs, I found her in tears, standing in her own mess. She was clearly very embarrassed, and even more so that I caught her. I immediately felt bad for her and tried to comfort her and told her it's all good, it can happen to anyone, just clean it up and we'll go back to bed. She asked me if I could help her, but I told her that made me uncomfortable. I would never expect anyone to clean up after my mess. But she's pregnant. She's carrying a baby. That's rude as? Seriously? What? Dude. Oh my gosh, I'm just shocked, bro. Like, what? Dude, I would do that for my partner. I would clean up the mess. I mean, he cleans up after the cat, but he can't help her clean up. She got really mad and called me insensitive for making her clean up after herself After an already embarrassing enough situation, I proposed a compromise. She would clean up the mess and I would get her clean PJs, since I'd just done laundry anyway. She asked me if this is what it is going to be like if the baby made a mess, and I told her I would be perfectly okay to clean up after the baby, since it can't clean up after itself. I then told her I didn't have time to stand there arguing with her all night when I had to get up in like 3 hours to go to work and provide for us. So I walked upstairs, grabbed her PJs for her and went back to bed. The next morning when I got downstairs, I found her on the couch. She told me that she barely slept and felt horrible the night before. She called me a jerk and said that by not helping her, I only embarrassed her more. She then told me she'll be staying with her mum until I got my stuff together. It's been half a day now and she's not responding to my texts. I talked about it with a few co-workers and I'm getting mixed responses, but I just want to make sure. Am I wrong? Come on, man, come on. So he's saying because she can clean it up herself, she should. But you can also help her. Like, I don't understand why, he can't help her. It's also the fact that because now she did this, and then he's not helping clean it up, so she thinks that he's just disgusted by what she did. He just doesn't understand women. And why would he tell other people that his wife pissed herself? Like, dude, I wouldn't want my husband to be sharing that kind of information about me. Seriously, just keep it to yourself. If you don't want to help me, then just don't. But don't tell anyone either that I pissed myself. Do you know what I mean? What in the world? Literally, I hate that he thinks just because she can do it, that means she should do it. It's just like when you ask someone to get something for you, like obviously you can get up and get it yourself, but then if the person is there and they can do it faster, then you can ask them and they will get it for you and you feel good and, they will feel good too. Because they help you get something and then now you're happy and then they're happy because you're happy. It's just about helping each other, that's all. There's nothing hard about that. Just help her. She's pregnant with your kid. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!